Hey y'all, back for official picks NCAA football. I'm going to go over some of the games that I threw out, rehash the official pick I gave on Monday, and I have two more picks today. It's going to be a short card this week because there's not a lot popping out at me this week. But hey, three's a pretty good amount of bets to have. Like I said last week with the five game card, that was a pretty big card for me. Anyway, we lucked out and went 4-1. Let's try and sweep this weekend though. So last week, games I was looking at, or last video games I was looking at was Northwestern and Purdue. Decided to just disregard the game altogether. I mean, there's value on this game, but whenever it comes down to it, you just aren't going to make money betting money on the worst teams in football. And Purdue and Northwestern are both bad teams. So no matter which side the value was on, I just ended up deciding I don't need to bet this game. So moving on, this one's a heartbreaker for me because I really believe Florida State is going to get it done with the cover this weekend. But I decided to throw the game out. There's just too many question marks. It's a game that I'll definitely watch and learn from. I want to see how they bounce back after after Willie Taggart firing, bouncing back after that big loss they took at home to Miami. But what I think about this game, I think Boston College really beat the crap out of a very mediocre to horrible team last week. They got almost 500 yards rushing, and they look really good. So everyone's going to be betting on this team, moving the line more favorable to Florida State. I would love to make it official pick, but I just can't. There's too many question marks. It is a lean. It's a very strong lean, and a lot of my leans hit last week too. So I wouldn't hold it against you if you took Florida State. Where can we get them right now? It's almost one of the top. You can get Florida State +3, +2.5, and 3. All the money is on Boston College. So if you're gonna go against me and just pick Florida State, I would wait until an hour before kickoff, get that +3.5. I say they went outright, but we'll see. I'm leaving it alone. That takes us to Louisville, Miami. I ended up disregarding that game as well. I couldn't find anything special that wasn't already out there. I looked over the stats. There's a little bit of value on Miami, but Louisville's a scrappy team, so I decided to drop it. Western Kentucky, Arkansas. Values on Western Kentucky. And I have a problem taking Western Kentucky versus an SEC team like Arkansas because everyone's going to bet the SEC team most likely. But Western Kentucky would be the lean there. Going to throw it out. FIU, FAU, I couldn't find anything to justify I think my line could just be wrong. It looks like a pretty even match. But I'm going to leave it alone. Utah State, Fresno, I ended up not even looking at it. I focused more on the teams I actually was going to pick. So those are all my leans. I feel good about them, just not good enough to go to the window and put money down. But if you remember my last video, I gave out one official pick, and I hope you got money down on it then because the number's gone. I took Tennessee +2.5, and I think it's all but switched. I think Tennessee is now, it's either pick 'em or -1 for Tennessee. The plus points for Tennessee are gone. That's why I give the plays I give out on the first video as official picks. I give those out because I want you to get down on it before the number moves, and The markets have shifted on that game. Where's it at? Let's see the live lines for it. But I am going Tennessee. Tennessee is just a better team than Kentucky. Everyone's got that bad taste in their mouth from their opening game. Here it is. You can get Tennessee -1.5. You can get Tennessee pick'em. I'm seeing -1s out there, but plus points for Tennessee are not coming back. So I hope you got down on it. 56% of the money is on Tennessee. Yeah, that's just the only way I can see this game going. So 1 unit play on Tennessee. Official pick. So the 2 new games I added. Didn't even talk about them last week. I glanced over and kind of rehashed all the games I was looking at, and I found these 2. They popped out at me. And Temple at South Florida. I got Temple at -2. I have them as a full touchdown better than South Florida. I just don't see, even though South Florida's at home, I don't see how they're going. I mean, Temple's so good in the red zone. They haven't. This defense is that Temple defense has lost me money betting against them this year. So I know for a fact that their defense is good. South Florida's not going to be marching up and down the field on Temple against this defense. It's just simple. Temple's the better team. They're coming off a bye, and they're undervalued in this game. They should be -6.5, -7. But you can get them at -2 without juice. I got it at -110 at my book. So yeah, official pick, Temple -2. And the last game. And I don't know, this one was staring me in the face and I didn't realize it. I heard someone talk about it on YouTube, and then I listened to someone talk at maybe ESPN or something, but Illinois is getting 15.5 points at Michigan State. And all the money is coming in on Michigan State right now. So it's moved the line more favorable. Michigan State has covered 2 spreads all season. And those spreads, those teams that they covered against, Western Michigan and Northwestern. Those are the 2 spreads that they've covered. Every other game they either lost outright or didn't even sniff the spread. Illinois, they're 6-3 against the spread. They're covering spreads. They're overachieving. They beat Wisconsin. They've been on a winning streak since. They haven't lost a game since then. Now, am I going on here saying Illinois is going to go and get the upset in Michigan State? No, but I am saying 15.5 points is too many for the most boring, inefficient offense I've ever watched in Michigan State. Their offense it's like watching the paint dry. Like it's too many points. So official pick, Illinois plus 15.5. I had to pay a little juice. I got it -115, but the more points I can get, the better. You might even wait it out another day or two. See if people keep betting Michigan State. But I think 15.5 is probably where the peak. But you can wait it out, see if you can get another half point, get plus 16. Not really that it really matters. And once it hits 14.5 to 17, it's all pretty much the same number to me. So, yeah, take a shot. Illinois plus 15.5. Temple -2. Tennessee plus 2.5. Those are my official picks for the week. Hope you all bet them. Hope you'll bet smart. Bet 1 unit on each game. Don't bet 2 units on one game, half unit on another game, and then 3 units on another game. It doesn't do you any good. 1 unit per game. Take 3% of your bankroll, whatever your bankroll is at the moment. Take 3% of that and make that your unit for each game. That's the best way I can, the best money management process you can think of. Yeah, so let's go out and get these wins. I'll be back either later today or tomorrow with my NFL, but it's slim pickings in NFL too. I got a couple games. I have not bet any yet, but there's a few games I'm looking at. I'm not going to force anything. There's no reason to. We're especially coming into college basketball and NBA and hockey. There's going to be games to find edges in. There's no reason to force any bets. But anyway, hope you like these picks. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think these picks are dumb or smart or whatever. We won't know until Saturday. But see y'all then.